Do you like my fancy new red sweater? It is from Everlane, and today we are going to be talking about an Everlane haul versus a thrift store try-on haul. If you've been eyeballing a few things on Everlane's website recently because of the fall and winter items that they've got, you are not alone. I have been scoping them out too, but I've been curious to know how they compare to some of the items I have found at the thrift store myself for a fraction of the price. Does the quality compare? Does the style compare? We're gonna find out in today's video. Today I'm gonna be doing an Everlane haul versus the thrift store. So you could technically consider this a sustainable fashion try-on haul because everything that I'll be showing you is sustainable or ethical. That is either because it's made ethically or sustainably through Everlane, by Everlane, or I picked it up at the thrift store, so I'm actually reducing waste and I'm not harming any animals again in the future. Before I actually pull back and do like a full body try on so you can see what I'm wearing, I wanted to just run through the pieces really quick with you. And as always, don't forget to check the blog post for more information and links, the description box as well. I always post links to these products and similar products, that I find at the thrift store. And if you're curious ever about the makeup that I'm wearing, I always post that there too, just as a heads up. And you know me, I always have something free for you, so don't forget to head to the description box or one of these links up here to get your free guide. It's called 29 Classic Items That Every Woman Should Own, and it is totally and completely free, so be sure to grab that. Okay, so actually you can see that the first item I'm wearing is a cardigan. It is a beautiful red cardigan. It is from Everlane and it is their cropped alpaca cardigan. It is a blend. So I think that I'm gonna dive deep into the pros and cons of each of these items and do kind of like a comparison of how I got these things at the thrift store. So that's the first item we'll be comparing. And then the second, like the kind of dupe or whatever, is this knit cardigan. It's not a cardigan, it's kind of like a cardigan sweater I got from the thrift store. It is definitely vintage. It's probably from the 70s or 80s. You can see the tag is also falling off. I don't know what the materials are, but I am going to guess that it's probably a blend of some kind. The next item we'll be talking about is Everlane's leather jacket. I think that every wardrobe needs a classic leather jacket, and that's actually one of the items included in the free guide that I have. But Everlane's leather jacket is really chic. It's cropped and it is just simple, minimal. There's very few details on it, which I really like. It's very different than a moto style jacket, which I think is also really classic, but for very different reasons. And I did read a bunch of reviews about this before I purchased it. So I have my review of it coming up later in the video, so be sure to watch. But I'm gonna be comparing it side by side to a leather jacket that I got at the thrift store. Here's the leather jacket that I got at the thrift store, and when I show my review, I will be telling you the price I paid for everything, the retail. This is actually a Brooks Brothers leather jacket. It is really similar in design to the Everlane. It is a simple zip up the front and two simple side pockets with a collar. Very different finishes and a really different length. Plus, obviously, really different price points. So if you've been curious about whether or not the leather jacket from Everlane is worth it, or if there are some alternatives, or if you just want a real person's feedback and review on it, then definitely stay tuned because I'm going to be covering that in the side-by-side comparisons. The next item is an Everlane, well, it's not really an item. I guess it's a pair of shoes. It is the Everlane square toe Slingbacks. These are epically beautiful and I love them. I had been waiting for these to come out. I was so excited for them to come out, and I think you're gonna be surprised to hear my review of this shoe. But I would love to know in the comment section below if you've been curious about trying the Slingbacks on. And I normally wear a size 6.5. I should say that. I normally wear a 6.5 in the shoes, 6.5 to 7. There weren't any reviews yet, but Everlane said that they wanted their customers to size up half a size because these run narrow, and I did that. I went up to a 7 because I'm normally a 6.5, but I'm gonna let you know right now that I should have stayed with my true size, 6.5, because my heel comes to like here. So I was skeptical about this, and I'll show you what I mean when I try them on. Now I know this is a little different. This isn't a slingback, but Everlane does make a similar boot to these. And just in terms of the quality of Everlane's shoes, I wanted to compare a black shoe to a black shoe. And I got these at a discount store. They're Splendid, and I think that they would compare very similarly to an Everlane quality shoe. But again, we're talking about price point and quality and what you can get at the thrift store versus paying full retail, even at a retailer like Everlane, and just kind of breaking down the pros and cons and the benefits of each item. So I'm going to do the side-by-side comparison and talk a little bit about each one of these and why they're good and what are some of the drawbacks of them. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm wearing the Everlane cropped alpaca cardigan in red, and I absolutely love it. It's such a beautiful color and a beautiful shape, and it's super cozy. It retails for about $100, and the leather jacket retails for $298, which is also from Everlane. The square-toed shoes, or slingbacks, retail for $165, and all around this is such a great outfit. It's really beautiful and really comfortable. Some of the drawbacks are with the shoes. Everlane said to size up half a size, but I ended up not needing to do that, and then I had to return them, so now I'm waiting for a different size to come in, and that's kind of annoying. So stick true to size unless you have a super wide foot. Now, the sweater has already started to pill, and I've only had it for a week or two, although I did wear it almost every single day. However, I still think that if you're going to pay $100 for a sweater, that it should last a very long time without pilling. The leather jacket is beautiful, and I love that it comes in 3 colors: blue, dusty pink, and black, and it has these really great zippers on the wrists, but the pockets kind of hit me in an odd place, and I didn't think that that was very flattering. So in the end, I decided to not stick with the jacket and just go for my classic thrift. This is a thrifted red sweater that I probably paid $10 for. Can't remember, but it is vintage. It's probably from the 70s or 80s, and it just has a really flattering cut on me. Plus, considering that it's vintage, I'm amazed that it doesn't have any major wear and tear, which just goes to show you how well these things are made, and we don't make clothes like that anymore. Now here are the Splendid Boots, which retail for around $120, and I got them for about $30 at a secondhand shop. They're like new, but secondhand somehow, and I thought they were a good comparison for the slingback, although Everlane does make kind of a low heel kitten boot. These are just a great score. I love finding bargains like that. And the leather jacket is from Brooks Brothers, which retails for around $4.95, and I got it for about $40 at the thrift store. Again, it's probably a 90s or early 2000s model, but it's held up very well over time and has no signs of aging. I also like that it's a little bit longer and just slightly more flattering around my bust and my waist. So all in all, I love this look. I love Everlane stuff as well. I think they make great quality things, especially that leather jacket. Wow, it was so beautiful. I just think I needed something a little bit longer for me, and I've already got this beautiful black one, so I'm going to stick with that. Plus, if you're curious about the square-toed shoes, I highly recommend them. Just make sure you stick to your size. And if you're curious about the jeans I'm wearing, check the description box below for the details. Alright guys, that wraps it up. I am so grateful for you. I'm really curious to know what your take is on the Everlane haul versus the thrift store haul. Let me know in the comments section below what you took away from this and what you intend to get from Everlane. I am so grateful for you guys. I cannot wait for the new year coming up, and I hope you're already getting ready for Christmas just like I am. Just thanks again for being here and being you, and I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.